Hello everybody, Antiquated Misfit here, and it is time for another WIP and Chat. We're back to Not My Alice, and just in case y'all wondering what she looks like, this is her. This is what she's supposed to look like. We'll see. The coloring so far is a little bit off, but this is one of the Diamond Art Club's older kits. I mean, your only AB in here is a white AB, which was found in her hair and her arms. And it was, it had a DMC number under 150. I think it's 141 if I remember correctly. Now I may have to move my stand because this is not working. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. I really hate how you can see the stand legs in the frame, but I went for cheap and it doesn't have a very, the stand doesn't have a very long extension where I put my phone in, so I do apologize. Anyway, I'm sorry, my cat's sitting right next to me and he's shaking the board that I work on just a little bit. I decided I wasn't going to do this out on the table because I'm more comfortable. Oh, he just bumped my hand. I'm more comfortable in here, and it's a lot easier when I sit on my bed to do this because then I don't have a cat trying to bat everything off of my table. I just have him trying to climb into my lap and like, hey, mommy, give me attention. I'm here. But anyway, let's see what's been going on. Well, at work, let's see. At work, I got moved to a new, they call them village. So I got moved to a new village today, or not today, I got moved there. Let's see, what was Friday the 13th was the day I got the news. I believe it was the 16th that I went. Alright, so anyway, sorry, I had to pause for a few minutes. I live in a house full of people. I live with my mother, my son, and my boyfriend. And, like, we all move around at different times, so it gets quite noisy sometimes, especially when I try to record, which is why I don't upload too many videos right now. I'm waiting until I get some space. But anyway, yeah, I moved into what they call, well, I moved from one village into another village, and my mother got moved into back into the building where we work originally. Excuse me, I had to move this. They were renovating, and she goes in a full hour before I do. So we carpool in because, you know, we both work in the same space. We live in the same space, so it's just easier. And it's less on gas. But anyway, so she goes in a full hour or more before I do. And she's usually done after I'm done as well. So I get stuck waiting. In the morning I wait in the building that I work in, or in the trailer that I work in, and I diamond paint in there. I actually have one called Over the Rainbow from Dreamer Design that I work in there. And I'll tell you what, I've never had such a bad experience on a painting before. I almost gave up on it. I wanted to throw it out. My mother talked me into keeping it and doing it because it is a pretty design, and well, you'll see it in my post review when I finally get it done. Just, I'm only doing it while I'm waiting. But yeah, there's that. So anyway, I said I get to wait almost 2 hours every day for her. Today was an exception. Today I was actually done after her, even though I went in an hour and a half after she did. It was only about 5 minutes that she had to wait for me. Which in that 5 minutes, that's what it took her to go to the pickup spot where I went to pick her up. But anyway, that Friday the 13th that I got the news that they separated us, because they haven't separated us in the 5 years that I've been working there with her. She's been there for 19 this year, and this is my 5th. And this is the first time they separated us. And needless to say, I am not happy about it. That was some bad news. And then I come home and I'm waiting for one of the content creators that I watch to drop a new video, or a few new videos, and I hadn't seen one in a couple weeks, so I was wondering, hey, is he doing a new game? Is he doing, what's he doing? And I know he had a run of Dinkum going on, and I found him because of Stardew Valley. I suffer from seasonal depression, so it helps if I have something to look forward to. And a couple years ago, I found 2 content creators on Stardew Valley that I really liked. And one of them did live streams, the other one and videos. And the other one just did videos and content, created content. And I was watching them both for a while. Helped me get through the hard times in the season. I hate wintertime. I get so depressed around wintertime. I spend a lot of money. Christmas is my favorite holiday because I get to have an excuse to spend money. And when you're not making a lot of money, spending a lot of money is never a good thing. But anyway, they both disappeared off the internet for a while at the same time, relatively. And that really threw me for a loop. I had to find somebody else to watch. And I found, through one of the content creators, I found another content creator that I do watch, but now that content creator is mostly doing live streams and not really creating content videos, and I love her content videos, so that's such a shame. But, she's having fun doing the live streams, and she does live streams like 3 times a week now, and there's health issues involved with what she does, which is, I can understand why she'd want to take a break from doing the content creation videos that she does. So that's a lot of time in editing, and it might not be spatially good for her to be doing that with. She's very open about what's her health issues that cause certain things, so I'm not going to share them because they've been shared in her videos already by her. But anyway, they both disappeared off the internet at the same time, the 2 content creators that I watched. And then one of them came back for a little while anyway, and then disappeared again. And this time when he came back playing different games. He came back playing Classified France 44 and News Tower. Excuse me, I have to move you again. Which I like his videos because I don't have to actually pay attention to what's going on in the videos. I can just listen to what's going on. And a lot of the times, like with Dinkum, it's a game that I know very, very well, so I don't have to actually watch the video. Well, I'm waiting for him to drop new videos, and this is from February. And all I'm seeing is 2 videos. Hold on. Sorry about that. I pause recording every time somebody comes out of their room because my microphone tends to make it very, very loud. And I don't want everybody hearing, all the noises going on in here. But anyway, I was saying, I usually wait until he has a couple videos uploaded. That way I can listen through like a day at work, because I'm only at work every day for like 3.5 hours. So, it's nice to have something to listen to. And I noticed that for a couple weeks there was only 44 episodes of the latest run through that he's doing, and I really wanted to see if he was doing other games or something. I didn't see anything waiting to come in. I didn't see anything waiting to drop. No new games. And I noticed that the last video was only 4 minutes long. of his run through of the current game of Dinkum. So I came home and my boyfriend was out for the weekend. He does this thing with a club that he's a part of, and they were camping out for the entire weekend because they had a show going on Friday and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday. It was for all weekend long. But so anyway, I watched the I'm on episode 43. I had just started it, which is why I was waiting for a few episodes to drop. Like I said, I had waited a couple weeks and didn't see anything, and this was on a Friday the 13th, of course, which I already wasn't having a good day because finding out the difference in time and start times between my mother and I, and already knowing that I was going to be waiting for a couple hours every day. But anyway, so I finished watching episode 43 and watched episode 44, and I noticed the title of it is Adios. And I'm like, adios to the game? Or, you know, because you really don't know what to expect. In a 4-minute video, I kind of figured that it wasn't about the game. He came on to announce, he's like, hit that like button, don't bother subscribing, and explain that he's not going to be creating content anymore because of home responsibilities. You know, he has young kids and a wife and a full-time job, so I really do understand. It was a hard decision to make. He even said that it's a hard decision, but it had to be made, and I believe he made the right one. Does that help my depression? Absolutely not. Does it make him feel happy to make that decision, or go the way that make the decision the way he thought that he needed to? I hope so. And I hope he eventually comes back, you know, when the kids are older, he has more time. But he's a young man with young kids, and he needs to be a father and a husband, and, you know, his job, he even says his job is, even when he's off the clock, he's on. So I respect the decision that he made. Now, where does that leave me? That leaves me looking for somebody else that creates videos, not live streams, videos to listen to at work. I have a few other content creators that I listen to. I just don't listen to them regularly. That didn't sound like that came out right. I apologize. But you know, it's just, you get used to one thing. At least I do. I'm not a big fan of change. I don't like it. Let's be honest. I hate change. I've had to deal with so much change throughout my life that I'm ready to things just be exactly as they are for the rest of my life and never change. However, I know I'm probably gonna have quite a few more changes. So that was my Friday the 13th, and I'm like, well, that stinks. And like I said, this year the depression hit me hard. I went real hard on Diamond Art Club this year. I mean, I had one order that topped $400. I've never had an order that went that expensive before, and that's when I had ordered 7 kits from Diamond Art Club. And like I said, when you're working very few hours, and technically I have 2 jobs, but my other job I only work 1 day a week at, and I love doing it, so I don't want to give it up, and I won't. But like I said, 1 day a week, it doesn't really add much to pad my accounts or anything. I live a very modest living, and I'm doing YouTube for fun, not as a career or a job. But I tried doing the gaming thing. I don't know, for some reason my voice wasn't coming through the microphone, so I'm gonna have to play around with that. But I know my first Stardew Valley playthrough that I do will be dedicated to that particular content creator, because he's helped me through a lot of my depression for a couple of years and kept my spending in check, which I really, really need to thank him for. This man has never met me a day in his life, and he's helped me more than I can express. But I guess that's the way it is nowadays with technology, how it is. Like, people don't really relate to people on a face-to-face basis. They relate to people through a screen. But other than that, let's see, my mother had some health problems, so she wasn't in work the week that she was supposed to be in the new building, or in the original building that we came from, that they renovated. She's better now. Well, for now. It's a problem that may reoccur, but I know how to fix it, and it's just getting it fixed that we have to wait on. As the doctor has to approve it, the insurance has to approve it, then we have to make the appointment, and it's in another state where she has to be treated, so that's not necessarily going to be easy, especially with both of our schedules. It's usually when she has a doctor's appointment that she tells me, hey, I need you to take me here, or drive me home from there, drive me here. I'm like, okay, well, this is what we'll do. She's scheduling it for, you know, my day off, but I might need to be home an extra day. I'll just take a personal or a vacation, because I can use my days like that as long as it's in advance and they have, you know, warning of it. So usually that works out pretty good. Now we're just waiting to see what happens, because if the problem recurs, that means that that's the next step, is going to another state and having this done, or whatever procedure it is that she needs to have done. But, you know, it's such is life. And it's funny, some of the questions that the doctor asked. She was going over it with me, and I'm like, why? Why are they asking a question like this? It's like the weirdest thing ever. But I guess, I don't know. They need to know, hey, do you want to die? Do you want to live? Do you have a living will? Do you have directives? Like, lucky they don't ask you for if you're willing to give up your firstborn, which I would be the firstborn, so that would be a no. But, you know, life stinks. You just have to roll with the punches. Anyway, what else has been going on since the last time I did a WIP and Chat? And for those of you that are new, a WIP and Chat just basically stands for work in progress. This is my work in progress right now, not your Alice. And I'm trying to get it done by the end of the month. And right now, where I'm sitting, it's the 26th of March. I only have 12 more sections to do. These 6 that I'm outlining now with the 310 and the 6 underneath of it. And I say 6 because it's actually the 6th section is kind of split in half on the bottom. But I kind of want to get this done. I kind of want to get all the outlining done and then start in on the colorful colors. No, they're all kind of drab and bland, but I want to use colorful colors. Excuse me, let's use my hand, because there are like light colors, whites, grays, tans, beiges, reds. This does get a little bit vibrant. But I said I was going to show how I did these ends with a straightener. Hi, sweetie. Do you mind? No? Okay. Just like throw everything everywhere. Sure. That's how we do it. See, I'll just take my straightener and put it right there. Excuse me, I gotta get this color. Sweetie, honey, bubby, baby, love you. Stop. You don't have to stick your tongue out at me. He's a silly kitty. Okay, so I'm just going to move you a little bit. Oh, let me not take the canvas with me. Move you just a little bit so you can see. Can I? Yeah, I can zoom in just a little bit. There we go. So I'll take the straightener and I'll place it on the glue on the side, and I'll just place the dots right up against it. Now you can also do this with like a gift card, library card, anything with a straight edge. Sweeney, you're shaking the camera. Yes, you are. He's my constant buddy. I mean, every time I do this in the room, he's with me. I don't know what it is with you. I really don't. You're not even my cat. No, you're not. And I'm getting his hair all over the place. I don't need your hair. Oh, where did that just go? I just had that. Alright, well, anyway, let's see. What else to talk about? I really don't know what else I can talk about today. Nothing much has been happening. I mean, I work, I come home, I diamond paint. I go to sleep, I wake up, diamond paint, I go to work. Yeah, see. Oh, this glue is horrible in some spots. Oh well. That's what you get for having an older painting. Like, I don't understand it. I don't know if it's that it's been... I mean, the grid field's tighter and it has the perforated cover on it, so I'm pretty sure this is a re-release. So it's been updated in some way, shape, or form. But anyway, like I said, I plan on getting this done by the end of the month. That's the plan. If I have to carry it over, I have to carry it over. That's just how the cookie crumbles. But I'd prefer not to. So I'd prefer to start 2 brand new WIPs. I was thinking about starting them early, like I've been doing. Like, usually I get these done like about 2 weeks before the month ends. I'm really running behind on these. Probably because I was worried about the mini event, the Mini Madness, and the Draw with Spangler event. Both wonderful events. And I finished my Spangler painting from it. I only missed doing the first week because I didn't know where to find it online or in the Facebook group. So because I didn't know how to find it in the Facebook group, I did miss the first week. But it was just the first week. And there's some amazing prizes that they're giving out as well. And I hope to win. I probably won't. I never do. But the events are always fun to join in, whether you win or not. I'm kind of wondering what else I can get involved in as far as that goes, because I can't do the Dakota-thon because I have nothing from that artist. I couldn't do the Art by Julia event in January because no Art by Julia. All of her kits are sold out that I really want. And I I can't do the Chuck along because I don't own any Chuck Pinsons. But that is something else I would love to do too. I would love to try a landscape. I haven't met a painting that I really didn't like until I started the Dreamer design. But like I said, I'll go on a full review about that one. But as far as Diamond Art Club goes, I haven't, or even Hobby Lobby, I have not had an artist or a painting that I didn't enjoy doing. I've enjoyed them all, and if you asked me to pick out a favorite, I really couldn't. I've done one mystery kit so far. I believe I have 2 more in my collection to do. I have to make a video this weekend showing off, well, not necessarily showing off, but showing what's in my stash. Because I have a lot to refresh, and I kept buying and kept buying. But I'll show off what's in there. My end of month review, I'll pull out my bingo cards that I've been working on since January. That came from the Nerdy Painter. Let's see. I covered the events that I worked on. And the next thing I think I'm going to be working on, because I haven't heard about any other events other than the Chuck Along. I know there's another Spangler event too coming up in September, I believe. I'm not sure. A Season of Spangler, that's what it's called. Season of Spangler. I know that's coming up like towards the Thanksgiving season. I can't wait for that. Randall Spangler is one of my favorite artists to work. And once I get that video up of the kits that I have, I'll start asking people, viewers, to vote on what would be my next kit to do, because, well, I sometimes have a hard time deciding, and I've been using the bingo cards so far to decide what paintings I would do. I'd prefer not to do that. I prefer somebody that doesn't know what the bingo cards look like, have people choose what I do next, because that's more interesting for the audience when they see something that, hey, I picked that, I want to see this be worked on. You know, I picked this. I'm sorry, I'm sniffly. It's hay fever season and allergy season, and my window's open, so of course all that pollen is coming in, and it's been really cold here for March, but it's warming up, and it's supposed to be something like 70 this weekend. Excuse me, coffee. I need to wet my throat just a little bit, and I love coffee. I need caffeine. So what I'm thinking about doing is just going completely around the border. I know I'm not on screen now painting, a little bit, but I kind of don't want to have the camera filming my lap right now, especially since the cat's over here trying to chew on my plexiglass board that I'm working on. He's just being a crazy boy right now. And I wish I'd put him on camera, but he won't get on camera when I want him to. He'll go right in the perfect spot for the camera as soon as I turn it off. And he likes to sit up on my painting, which is perfectly fine. He's allowed. I allow this, even though it gets cat hair all over everything. And he's a shedding boy. But one of these days I'll get my cats on camera. You'll see him. I think I already have him on camera, but I have 2 others that are absolutely adorable. And anybody that watches Diamond Paintings by Laura, her cat Luna, if you happen to see her, her Advent videos, her cat Luna looks just like one of my cats. Well, without the orange on her nose. My cat is orange. And she said Luna is named after Luna Lovegood on Harry Potter. And I'm like, hey, my cat's named Dobby after a character on Harry Potter. And she lives up to her name. She's very troublesome. But we love her. So what about you guys? Any pets, pet lovers out there? Anybody that has silly, crazy pets that do weird things or that are just absolutely, totally adorable that you can never be mad at them? Because Dobby, she's one of those, I don't know if anybody's ever seen Llama with hats. Carl, that kills people. I love llamas with hats. But, yeah, she could annihilate the entire world and then just, like, roll over, flop, and do her roll onto her back. And it's be like, oh, but you're so cute. It's okay. We forgive you. That's the kind of cat she is. But anybody have some weird pets or weird mannerisms that their pets have? Please share them in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to see it. I love animal talk. I've had, like I said, I want to do a puzzle. I have custom puzzles that I want to do and video, but I think I want to wait until I have a better recorder for that, of my dogs. And one of them I have a couple of anecdotes for. And it's not even my dog. It was my ex-husband's dog. But at least he respected me. And like I said, I have a couple of good anecdotes that I really, really want to tell. But I want to wait until I'm doing that puzzle to tell them, because once you see what the dog looks like, you can get a picture of it. And I love seeing those pictures in my head. You know, it's like, I have a very vivid imagination. So pretty much if you're describing something to me, I'm going to say it. I'm going to see it in my head and be like, probably giggling my butt off, because it'll be something like really outrageous. But, okay. And any questions that you have, please put them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. I welcome criticisms. I welcome comments. And I know I don't have thumbnails or an intro or anything yet. And it looks sloppy. And I'm not good at this. I'm trying. I really am trying. I don't know what people want to see, because I haven't heard any comments. I think I had one comment on one video, and it was about samples. No, I don't have samples of my diamond paintings. I have a bunch of cheap ones that I could easily give away, but I kind of want to stay with the licensed artists, because I want to support the artists that are doing the diamond paintings. You know, they're spending their time giving you something beautiful to create, and I really want to support that. If small shops that you'd like to see me order from, put those in the comments as well. I'll see about it. And I should have some happy mail next week that I will be unboxing on the channel. Anyway, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I am going to sign off for now. So I'll see you in the next one.